This will be our first proper foray into the silent era on this program. Director Benjamin Christensen is much better known for 1922's Haxan, Witchcraft Through the Ages, although today we will be discussing his debut feature film, 1914's The Mysterious X, also known by the title Sealed Orders. Watching this film, I am tempted to compare and contrast it with other European films of the 1910s. It is rather striking aesthetically at times. It seems to have more of a sophisticated understanding of photography than Victor Sjöström's films of the time. It hints at a dramatic lighting later explored in Fritz Lang's output, and the outdoor distant silhouettes appear to proceed drier. I recalled Vampire in particular. You must view these screen caps and decide for yourself whether I am delusional or not. There is very little academic reference to this film which I could find. It seems to be appreciated as a pioneering work in Denmark, obviously, but the only other reference critically I could find is an allegation that film historian Kevin Brownlow had endorsed this film. This is according to one J.R. Jones in the Chicago Reader, which also commented on its potential influence upon Dreyer's Vampire, which made me feel, well, validated. This plot is a fairly simple yarn of attempted espionage, mistaken identity, and the psychological toll of fierce accusation. I am, frankly, far more intrigued by the telling than the story. A bit of backstory on Benjamin Christensen. Christensen began his film career as an actor, performing in films now all lost to the yield of time, at least prior to 1913. In 1913, he assumed ownership of the production company where he was employed and got to work directing The Mysterious X. Christensen, it should be noted, plays the lead role in this film. But yes, onto the filmmaking. The film's interiors are rather strong. It reminds me of a film made in 1924 rather than in 1914. Both the outdoor and indoor photography alike is quite arresting. The camera itself tends towards stagnation, with some slow pans utilized on the odd occasion. Given how precisely staged and symmetrical these images are, it made me consider the possibility that silent films, or at least this one, could remind one of a picture book for grown-ups. I mean, that's really a thought that occurs due to how basic this particular film's narrative is before anything else. One imagines a consumer of this film looking at the pretty pictures in between intertitles, trying to engage them with the most simplistic of narrative developments. It's a very basic experiment in film narrative storytelling, or at least in its visual pronunciation. But yeah, I would recommend this film, especially to silent era fans. They would surely find its images juicy and delicious. I would enjoy talking about other films from director Christensen in future, so it is nice to start out with his debut and discuss the foundation, however quaint, of his pioneering output, a foundation for his own career and a foundation of narrative-driven film photography in European pictures over the next 20 years. The Mysterious X, also known as Sealed Orders, can be viewed on YouTube. I have linked it in this video's description. If you're interested, go check it out.